Okay, imagine a river, right?
Yeah.
Just flowing effortlessly.
Hmm?
It might start super small, just a little stream. But as it goes, it gets wider, stronger, smoother.
Yeah, it finds its path.
Exactly. Goes around rocks, obstacles, just keeps going. Never stops.
Right.
And that's how your English speech should be.
Mm-hmm.
Steady, continuous, unstoppable.
A great analogy.
But here's the thing, the challenge. So many learners focus hard on, like grammar rules, vocab lists, pronunciation drills.
All important stuff, of course.
Definitely important.
Yeah.
But then when they actually speak, it's often more like water dripping,
Yeah.
broken, choppy.
Instead of that flowing river.
Precisely. So today we're doing a deep dive into how you can turn that drip into a smooth, confident current.
Sounds good. Where do we start?
Well, I think my own journey is a good place. I remember early on, I confused fluency with just speed.
Oh, yeah, that's common.
Totally. So I'd rush, try to talk super fast, and just end up stumbling over words, making tons of mistakes.
I'm feeling less confident, I bet.
Completely. It was exhausting, honestly, and just didn't work. But then I had this kind of aha moment. Flow isn't really about speed at all.
What is it about, then?
It's about connection, like fundamentally. Making sure your words move naturally so the person listening can actually stay with you, start to finish.
So they feel like they're on the journey with you.
Exactly. Not just jumping between like little islands of words. You want that smooth
It
ride.
makes sense.
Think about your favorite English speakers. Maybe a teacher, an actor, a YouTuber, even just a friend who's easy to talk to.
Okay. Got someone in mind.
What makes them so good to listen to? They don't just, throw words out there. They guide you.
You feel like you're following their thoughts easily.
Right. You never feel lost. That's that magic of flow. And the good news is it's a skill. Anyone can build it.
Absolutely. It's learnable.
So in this deep dive, that's our mission. We want to give you the tools, the exercises, the mindset shifts, everything you need to speak English, like that smooth, confident river.
Excellent. So what's the plan? How are we breaking this down?
Okay, so here's the roadmap. First, we'll dig into what flow really means in English and maybe what it doesn't mean.
Good starting point. Debunking some myths, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. Then we'll spotlight the most common flow killers. Those things that sabotage your natural speech.
The bad habits we need to break.
Right. After that, simple tools, connector words to keep sentences moving, then powerful exercises to actually practice and build that smooth speech.
Practical application.
Crucial.
And finally, we'll get into some advanced tips. How to get that native-like sound, but without, forcing it or sounding unnatural.
Nice. Covering all the bases.
Ready to dive in.
Let's do it. So defining flow. What is it, really?
Well, you tell me. How would you define it at its core?
Okay. I'd say it's the ability to keep your words, your ideas, your sentences moving smoothly. From the start right to the end.
Without those awkward bits.
Exactly. Without those disruptive pauses, the hesitations, the sudden stops that just break everything up.
And you mentioned speed earlier. It's really not about speed, is it? Absolutely not. That's a huge misconception. A native speaker might talk quite slowly, very deliberately, but still have perfect flow.
While someone else could talk really fast.
And still sound broken, yeah. If the words aren't connected properly, it really does come down to that connection between words and ideas.
That pothole analogy you used earlier really sticks with me. Fast but bumpy versus smooth and steady.
Exactly. That bumpy ride is uncomfortable for the listener. We want the clear highway.
So instead of that broken example, yesterday, I go to market and buy apples.
Which is hard work to follow.
Yeah, we're aiming for something that just glides, even if it's not super fast. Yesterday, I went to the market and bought some apples. Smooth.
Much better. And to get there, we can think about flow having sort of three main ingredients.
Okay, what are they?
First is idea continuity. Basically, your sentences and thoughts link together naturally. The listener always has a sense of where you're going.
No sudden dead ends.
Right. Second is rhythm and intonation. That's the music of your speech, the natural rise and fall of your voice that keeps people engaged and guides their attention.
Like the melody.
Precisely. And third is word linking, how you join words together in speech rather than saying each one like a separate block.
Like going to becomes gonna.
Exactly. Things like that. It happens naturally because it's phonetically efficient. Smoother transitions between sounds.
What strikes me is how much this affects both sides. The speaker's confidence.
Huge impact there.
And the listener's experience.
Yeah.
When you have flow, you're not constantly stopping and thinking, oh no, what's the next word? So you just feel more confident.
Definitely. You're focused on the message, not the mechanics.
And for the listener, it's just easier. Easier to follow, easier to understand. You sound clearer, more natural, even if your vocab isn't perfect yet.
That's a key point. It's about being understood and engaging. Think about speaker A. Today, weather is very hot.
Okay.
Now, speaker B, today the weather is very hot. Same info.
But speaker B just sounds easier, more comfortable to listen to.
Exactly. That comfort, that ease, that's the result of good flow.
Okay, so let's talk about the opposite. Those things that kill the flow. The flow killers.
Right. The things that make your speech sound broken or disjointed.
If you've ever felt your sentences just falling apart, chances are one of these culprits is involved.
Yeah.
But the good news is they're fixable.
Totally fixable. Once you recognize them, you can work on them.
So what's number one on the list?
Probably the most common. Overusing fillers like
Guilty. I think we all do it sometimes.
We do. It happens when the brain is searching for the next word. Like, I went to the supermarket.
And why is that so bad for flow?
Well, it breaks the rhythm, first off.
Mm-hmm.
It also makes you sound uncertain, hesitant, and honestly, it can be pretty distracting for the listener.
Okay, so if you catch yourself doing that, what's the quick fix? What's better than...
Pause. Silently. A short, confident silence is way better.
Really? The silence.
Absolutely. It feels more natural, more controlled, gives you a moment to think without disrupting the rhythm or signaling that you're lost. It actually sounds more confident.
Huh. Okay, silent pause instead of, got it. What's it?
The next big one is translating directly from your native language in your head.
Trying to build the sentence in language A and then swap out the words for English.
Exactly. You form it in your first language, then translate word for word. We mentioned Persian earlier, maybe getting yesterday to the market I went.
Right. How does that mess up the flow, like cognitively?
It puts a huge strain on your brain. That extra step, the translation step, causes hesitation. And it often leads to weird sentence structures or grammar mistakes because English syntax is different.
So you're forcing one language's rules onto another.
Precisely. The quick fix here is to train your brain to think in English phrases. Short, ready-made chunks.
Not word by word.
No. Access the English patterns directly. Don't go through the translation filter. It's much faster and smoother.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay, flow killer number 3.
Fear of making mistakes. Big one.
Oh, yeah. That paralysis when you worry about grammar or saying a word wrong.
Exactly. You slow down or you just stopped talking altogether because you're afraid. It's like freezing mid-dance. The momentum is gone.
So how do you push past that fear?
Shift your focus. Aim for communication, not perfection. Seriously, native speakers make small mistakes all the time. They just keep going.
A goal is getting the message across.
Right. A small slip-up is much less disruptive than a long, awkward silence. Embrace good enough when you're talking. Save the detailed correction for your practice time.
Good enough. I like that. Okay, what else kills flow?
Searching too long for vocabulary, that perfect word is on the tip of your tongue, but it
Ah,
won't come out.
and you just pause
Mm.
and pause.
And the listener's mind starts to wander. They lose the thread. Your message gets fragmented.
So what do you do when the word just isn't there?
Paraphrase, describe it, use simpler words. If you forget thermometer,
Mm,
the thing you use to check temperature. Exactly. Be resourceful. Find another way to say it. Keep the conversation moving. Don't let one word derail you.
Resourcefulness. Good tip. And the last flow killer.
Speaking without connectors, using lots of short, separate sentences.
Like, I went to the shop, I bought bread, I came home.
Yeah. It sounds like a list, very robotic, not like a story or a connected thought.
Why are those little linking words because so important for the listener?
They're the glue. They show the relationships between ideas. And adds, but contrasts because gives a reason, so shows a result. They help the listener anticipate what's coming.
Without them, the listener has to do all the work connecting the dots.
Exactly. Compare the list version to, I went to the shop, bought some bread, and then came home. Feels completely different.
Instantly smoother. Okay, so we know the killers. Now, how do we actively build the flow? How do we build that bridge?
Right, moving from broken to smooth. This is about consciously using techniques to connect everything.
Where do we start? You mentioned connectors.
Yes, using those connector words naturally. They are the literal glue, remember. They keep the momentum going.
But, because, so when, while.
After that, then finally for sequence, using these makes a huge difference.
Give us that example again, how it transforms simple sentences.
Sure. Instead of, I woke up, I ate breakfast, I went to work.
Which is fine, but choppy.
Right. Add connectors. I woke up, then I had breakfast, and after that I went to work. Or even simpler, I woke up, had breakfast, and then went to work. Instantly more fluid.
It just flows better.
Definitely. A great way for you, the listener, to practice this is to try writing a short story about your day. Just a few sentences, but deliberately use at least, say, 10 different connectors.
Forces you to think about how ideas link.
Exactly. It trains your brain.
Okay, good tip. What's the next building block for flow?
Thinking in phrases, not single words.
We touched on this with the translation killer. Explain a bit more.
Well, if you think word by dot word, like I want to go to the beach, your brain naturally pauses after each word. It's inefficient.
But if you think of it as a chunk.
Right. If the whole phrase, I want to go to the beach, is stored as one unit in your brain, you can deliver it smoothly without breaking it down.
How does that work, like mentally? Does it speed things up?
Dramatically. Our brains actually prefer processing language in meaningful chunks, not isolated words. Think of it like sending data online. You send compressed files, not millions of tiny individual bits.
Okay, so how do you practice thinking in chunks?
Learn and repeat common phrases, ready-made chunks. Things like, I'm not sure if, the reason I think that is, one of the best things about.
So they become automatic.
Exactly. You can string these chunks together much more easily and fluently.
That sounds like getting closer to that native sound. And related to that, you mentioned linking words physically.
Yes, practicing linking your spoken words. In natural connected speech, especially faster speech, we don't pronounce every single sound distinctly.
Right, go on becomes go on?
Want to becomes wanna. Let me becomes lemmy.
Why does that happen? Is it laziness?
Yeah.
Or speed?
It's mostly about efficiency and rhythm, phonetic efficiency. It takes less effort to blend the sounds smoothly than to make distinct stops and starts between every word. It's called assimilation.
Makes sense. How can you practice that linking?
Pick a short text, maybe a paragraph. Record yourself reading it slowly, really focusing on connecting the end sound of one word to the beginning sound of the next.
Okay.
Then gradually read it faster and faster. You'll naturally start to hear and feel those words linking up, melting together.
Cool exercise.
Yeah.
Okay, next point for building flow.
Focus on the idea, not the grammar, at least not while you're speaking.
Back to the don't freeze up idea.
Exactly. Stopping mid-sentence to fix a little grammar mistake is one of the surest ways to kill your flow.
Even if you notice you said he go instead of he goes.
Just keep going. Finish the thought. He go to school every day, and yesterday he... Maintain the momentum. You can make a mental note and practice the correct form later.
What's the psychological win there?
It keeps your confidence up. You delivered your message. The listener almost certainly understood you. Prioritizing finishing the idea in conversation is often more important than instant grammatical perfection.
Liberating, as you said earlier. Okay, one more builder.
Use a safety net vocabulary.
What do you mean by safety net?
Having some simple, flexible words and descriptive phrases ready for when you forget a specific word.
Like the paraphrasing we talked about.
Exactly. It ensures you never get totally stuck.
Yeah.
If you forget colander.
Say the bowl with holes for draining pasta.
Right. Or if you forget a word like trepidation, you could say a feeling of worry or fear about something. You use simpler terms to describe the complex one.
So you keep talking, keep the flow going.
Always keep the flow going. That's the goal.
Okay, understanding is one thing, but practice is everything, right?
Absolutely. You only get better at flow by actually doing it consistently.
So these next exercises are designed to train everything brain, mouth, ears to work together for smooth English.
And if you do them regularly, even just a little each day, you will see a difference pretty quickly, actually.
What's the first exercise?
One of the best is shadow speaking, or just shadowing.
Heard of this one. How does it work exactly?
Its main goal is to help you copy native-like rhythm, linking, and intonation. So you pick a short audio clip, maybe 30 to 60 seconds. A podcast, movie, speech.
Okay.
Listen once, just to get the gist. Then play it again and speak at the same time as the speaker. Try to match their speed, their tone, their rhythm, everything, as closely as you can.
Like being their shadow.
Exactly. Repeat it maybe 3 to 5 times with the same clip.
Any tips for choosing the audio?
Yeah, start with something slow and clear. Don't jump into super fast, complex speech right away. Build up gradually.
Good advice. Okay, exercise number 2.
Story retelling. This one's great for practicing idea continuity and cutting down pauses.
How does that work?
You read or listen to a short story, then put the text away and retell the story in your own words. Yes, out loud, and really focus on using those connector words. And so then finally, record yourself doing it.
And listen back for the flow or lack of it.
Exactly. Find where you hesitated or got stuck.
What if you forget parts of the story?
Make it up. Seriously. Invent a detail. The goal here isn't perfect memory recall. It's continuous speech. Keep talking, keep the flow.
Okay, fake it till you make it flow-wise. Got it. Next exercise.
The one breath challenge.
Sounds intense.
It's simple but effective. It trains your brain and lungs to handle longer, connected sentences without constantly needing to stop for air.
How do you do it?
Take a deep breath, then just start talking about anything, what you did this morning, your favorite food, whatever. Talk for as long as you possibly can on that single breath. Don't rush, just keep going.
Until you run out of air.
Right. Then take another deep breath and do it again. Try it 3 or 4 times. See if you can make your sentences a little longer each time.
I can see how that would build confidence and stop that choppy feeling.
Definitely. Okay, next up, linking words drills.
Focusing specifically on those smooth connections like wanna and gonna.
Exactly. Write down maybe 10 common linked phrases. Go on, want to, let me, take it, give it to me.
Got it.
Then just practice saying them quickly, deliberately linking the sounds. Go on, wanna, let me, take it, give it home. Feel your mouth making those smooth transitions.
Like muscle memory for your mouth.
Kinda, yeah. And for an extra challenge, try it with tongue twisters. They really force that quick linked articulation.
Ooh, tricky. Okay, last exercise.
Conversation fill-in practice. This one helps you stop overthinking and just talk, especially under a bit of pressure.
Simulating real conversation.
Sort of. Write down 10 simple questions. What did you do yesterday? What's your favorite music? Stuff like that.
Yeah, okay.
Then answer each question immediately. No planning. Just start talking using simple words. Give yourself maybe 30 or 40 seconds per answer.
So you don't have time to overthink or search for the perfect word.
Exactly. It trains you to keep going, keep the flow, even if the answer isn't perfectly polished. It builds that muscle of continuous speech under pressure.
These sound really practical. Definitely worth trying.
They really work if you stick with them.
Okay, so once you've got those foundations down, practice the exercises. Where do you go next? How do you get that truly native-like flow?
Now we're moving into advanced territory. This is about refining the music of your English. The rhythm, the intonation, the way words group together naturally.
Making it sound really smooth and expressive.
Exactly. And the first technique here is mastering chunking your speech.
We talked about thinking in chunks, but this is about speaking in chunks.
Yes. It's about instinctively grouping words into meaningful units as you speak, with tiny pauses between them, instead of sounding like, I went to the park yesterday to meet my friends.
Which is very robotic.
Right. You'd naturally chunk it, maybe like, I went to the park yesterday to meet my friends, with slight pauses at the slashes.
Why did that sound more natural?
It makes it much easier for the listener to follow your train of thought, and it allows you to breathe naturally at logical points in the sentence. It mirrors how we process information.
How can you practice that specific chunking?
Take a written paragraph, read it through, and physically mark little slashes where you think natural pauses or breaks between thought groups should occur. Then practice reading it aloud, honoring those pauses.
Training your brain to see and deliver those chunks.
Okay.
What's next for advanced flow?
Controlling your rhythm and pace. This is key. Good flow isn't just one constant speed.
Right, it's not monotonous.
No. It's knowing when to slow down a bit, maybe for emphasis or an important point, and when to speed up slightly, perhaps for less crucial details or to build excitement.
Like telling a story.
Exactly. Think. I was walking home. You might say this a bit slower, building suspense. And suddenly, a dog jumped out in front of me. Faster, more excited. You use pace to convey meaning and keep the listener engaged.
How do you practice varying pace?
Reading stories or articles aloud is great for this. Mark them up beforehand, maybe S for slower, F for faster in different sections, and practice delivering it with that dynamic pace.
Controlling the tempo. I like it.
Uh-huh.
What else?
Using intonation effectively. The rise and fall of your voice. This is huge in English.
It's not just for questions, is it?
Not at all. It shows emotion, signals interest, indicates if you're finished speaking or if there's more to come. Rising tone for many questions. Are you ready? Falling tone for statements. It's time to go.
But it does more subtle things too, right? Like surprise or sarcasm.
Absolutely. A sharp rise fall can show surprise, really. A flatter tone might signal boredom. Intonation adds layers of meaning beyond the words themselves.
So how do you practice intonation? Just listening isn't enough, presumably.
Listening is the start, but you need to produce it. Record yourself, ask questions, tell short stories, express different emotions. Listen back critically. Does your voice move naturally? Does it convey the feeling you intended?
Focusing on the music again.
Yeah.
Okay, another advanced tip.
Borrow the native flow patterns. This means really paying attention to how native speakers connect and reduce words in everyday speech.
Like the gonna and wanna examples.
Yes, but also subtler things. How they might slightly de-stress small function words, or use pauses strategically for emphasis or suspense, not just for breath.
So observing and mimicking.
To an extent, watch maybe just 2 or 3 minutes of a natural English conversation or interview. Then try to repeat a few sentences exactly as they said them, not just the words, but the rhythm, the stress, the linking, the intonation, the whole musical pattern.
But is there a danger there of sounding fake? Or using too much slang if you overdo it?
That's a fair point. You have to be mindful of context. Some reductions are very informal. The goal isn't perfect imitation, but understanding the patterns so you can incorporate elements naturally into your own speech where appropriate. It's about awareness.
Got it. Understand the pattern, adapt it naturally.
Yeah.
Okay, final advanced tip.
This one's maybe the most important. Blend your personality into your flow.
Make it sound like you.
Exactly. Flow isn't just technical, it's personal. If you're naturally funny, let that come through in your timing and word choice. If you're expressive, use more dynamic intonation. If you're more calm, let your flow be steady and relaxed.
So it doesn't sound robotic or like you're just copying someone else.
Right. The ultimate goal is for your English to sound authentically you. Your unique voice, your perspective flowing naturally.
That's a great place to aim for. Okay, so let's recap this whole journey.
We've covered a lot of ground.
We really have. We started by defining flow, not speed, but that smooth, connected speech, like a river.
Then we identified those common flow killers, the ums, the translating, the fear, the vocab search, the lack of connectors.
And crucially, how to replace them with good habits. Using connectors, thinking in phrases, linking words.
Focusing on the message, having that safety net vocabulary.
Then we jumped into those practical exercises. Shadowing, retelling the one-breath challenge, linking drills, fill-in practice. Real tools you can use starting today.
Absolutely key for building this skill.
And finally, we looked at taking it to the next level. Chunking, rhythm, intonation, native patterns, and letting your personality shine through.
Bringing it all together for that natural, engaging sound.
And the core message through all of this, flow is about connection, right?
Connection, making it easy and enjoyable for your listener to follow you, taking them on that smooth journey.
So to keep this momentum going, what's the daily action plan for our listeners?
Okay, 5 quick things you can do regularly. First, shadow speak for 5 minutes. Just copy a native speaker.
Mimic their rhythm and flow.
Second, retell a short story out loud. Focus on smooth connections. Use connectors. Don't stop for small errors.
Keep it moving.
Third, do the one breath challenge a few times. Train those longer sentences.
Build that endurance.
Fourth, actively listen and notice. Pay attention to how native speakers link words and use pauses when you're listening to English.
Become aware of it.
And fifth, record and review yourself speaking. Find your own flow breaks and then consciously work on fixing them in your practice.
Self-correction. Powerful.
Very. Remember, speaking English smoothly isn't magic. It's not something you're just born with. It's a skill. You build it.
Brick by brick. Or maybe drop by drop.
Maybe. Every time you practice, you're carving that path for your words, like that river analogy again.
Turning the stream into a strong, flowing river.
Exactly. It takes time, consistent practice, but you will get there.
So the takeaway for everyone listening,
Right.
next time you speak English, try not to obsess over perfection.
Please don't.
Focus on keeping the flow moving. Focus on that connection with your listener. Because when your words
Your
flow,
confidence grows. And your English just feels more alive, doesn't it?
it really does. So this is your moment. Start today. Keep practicing those exercises. And honestly, sooner than you think, you'll notice speaking English smoothly starts to feel well, almost as natural as breathing.